Hello, my name is Thuaiba, and in this video I will talk about the cooperation principle in the United States. First, I would like to briefly explain the nature of environmental law in the USA. There are two sets of environmental regulatory bodies. There is the Federal Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, and the individual state agencies. The EPA sets the national standards for environmental protection. And since every state has a different set of natural economic parameters, states typically adopt a law at least as strict as the federal one. The federal government, however, continues to have ultimate enforcement authority in all cases. To understand the principle of cooperation in the US, in other words, the cooperation between the government and the public, I researched the methods through which EPA involves the public in the process of environmental decision-making. EPA published a public participation guide that provides tools for public participation and outreach. It helps identify the best practices for the environmental government agencies to hold a meaningful public participation program. The guide lists the forms of public participation that these agencies can use. They are informing the public to help them understand the issues and solutions, consulting the public for their feedback on alternatives or decisions, involving the public to ensure their concerns are considered throughout the process, collaborating with the public to develop criteria and alternatives, empowering the public by placing final decision-making authority in their hands. At the same time, these forms describe the levels of public participation. Agencies can choose how far they want them to cooperate. Do they want to inform, consult, involve them, collaborate with them, or empower them? According to the guide, cooperation improves governance and the outcome of the process. When done in a meaningful way, it can result in two main benefits. Sponsor agencies will make better and more easily implementable decisions that reflect public interests and values and are better understood by the public. And communities develop long-term capacity to solve and manage challenging social issues. The guide also lists the conditions for successful public participation. They include a clearly defined purpose and goals of the public's role, a clear structure and process, an actual opportunity for influence, the commitment of managers and staff to the process and full range of activities required in order for the participation to work, and finally, an inclusive and effective representation. To achieve inclusivity, there are two main groups of public stakeholders that must be engaged in any project: organized and grassroots stakeholders. Organized stakeholders are organizations with paid or volunteer staff and resources. They also have a higher capacity to engage than grassroots stakeholders, as they are well aware of projects. Grassroots stakeholders have limited, if any, resources or time to engage in a project. They might not be aware of it, therefore sponsoring agencies must reach out to them. Public organized stakeholders in the US consist of environmental and conservation organizations that help protect the environment. Some of them use the state and federal court system to enforce environmental and conservation regulations and laws, and most of them operate as non-profits. Examples of environmental NGOs in the US are Greenpeace, Earth Justice, and the Environmental Defense Fund. Thank you for watching, and these are the websites I used for this video.